Saturday. What up, South Florida? Hell yeah, it's great to be back here. I just came back from Chicago. Yeah, and one thing I noticed, Chicago and South Florida both get a lot of snow every year. The only difference is their snow is free, ours is $1.50 a gram. But yeah, anybody here from South Florida? Hell yeah. Do you ever travel to America? But yeah, South Florida is a very unique place. It's the one place in the world you can live in a Section 8 crack house and drive a Lamborghini. Thank you. Yeah, it's also the one and only place where most people who are married here, it wasn't by choice. They knew they needed divorce money to renew their leases. Wow, I haven't heard this much silence since my last ejaculation. Yeah. No, I'm not lonely, I just like to fuck deaf chicks. Yeah, the thing I love about fucking deaf chicks is that they're the only ones who can ever yell at me to get the fuck off. So, speaking of chicks, I brought my best friend in the world with me right over there. Stand up, a really hot chick. Hell yeah. And no benefits, I'm not that lucky. You know what fucking sucks about being best friends with her? No benefits, but I'm always stuck paying the fucking tab. Yeah, anytime I ask to get that shit split, they look at me like I'm a cheap piece of shit boyfriend. So anyway, let's move on to a lighter topic, shall we? Let's talk racial slurs. No, we'll skip that one. Yeah, I saw a few of y'all were getting ready to Will Smith the fuck out of me right now. But I will say though, on one thing I find ironic, a lot of people who have said that Boston is the most racist city in America, which is literally impossible considering they can't even pronounce a hard R in that city. Yeah. But yeah, anybody else hate it when homeless people walk up to you begging? That shit's annoying as fuck. I mean, first of all, of course they're using that shit for crack. I mean, if they were really using it for food, they'd be begging for EBT cards and shit nowadays. So, anybody here do acid? Hell yeah, guys, word of advice, don't ever fuck your girlfriend while you're tripping on acid. That's the weirdest trip ever. I did that shit once. I spent hours analyzing why she had the smelliest pussy in the world. Yeah, I mean, at each time I fingered her, my hands smelled more and more like shit. And then I finally sobered up 8 hours later and remembered I don't even have a fucking girlfriend. Yeah, it turned out I'd been fingering my asshole for 8 hours straight. I did have a girlfriend up until a few months ago where we had to break up. Not because we didn't have a great thing going for us, but as a Jew, I could no longer date somebody with the last name Chambers. Well, so anyway, moving on from that shit, how's everybody's holiday season been? Hell yeah. You know, one Christmas carol that always creeps me the fuck out is Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out, you better not shout. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. Sounds like Santa's related to Diddy. But yeah, anybody else here grow up in the 90s like I did? Hell yeah, then y'all remember that we hated Diddy long before this year? Yeah, we hated Diddy because he was the fucking Carlos Mencia of rappers. Half his shit was stolen. I will give Diddy credit though. I mean, the guy did break a barrier. He's the first one to get canceled whose work already fucking sucked. I mean, you notice how before him it was always the ones we loved who fucked up, like Bill Cosby, Kevin Spacey, Louis C.K., Michael Jackson. Not once was it anybody like Carrot Top, Nickelback, or Mike Jones who fucked up. Well, tough crowd. I guess if I ever whip out my dick, trust me, I will start laughing. Now, don't get me wrong, my dick's huge, but it's crooked as shit. Yeah, any chick I've only gets a whole new meaning to the term fuck you sideways. So, speaking of sex, anybody here into anal? Yeah, my ex-girlfriend and I, we used to do anal almost every night, which was pretty awesome, aside from the fact that afterwards my ass hurt like hell. But yeah, my favorite holiday of the year is New Year's, because I'm a huge night owl, which sucks because that's when all the shitty places to eat are open, like Denny's, IHOP. I won't even walk into Waffle House. That shit looks like the cafeteria you'd find in a meth clinic. Which makes sense because every Waffle House employee looks like a meth addict. Yeah, I will not touch anything that they've touched. That's how you get syphilis. But yeah, and then after that is Valentine's Day, or as I like to call it, Suicide Watch Day for single people. But yeah, the holiday I personally end up celebrating the most authentically is Cinco de Mayo. That's the one day of the year that I work a double shift. But yeah, I can say that. That is one thing I've noticed. We're very diverse down here in South Florida, but I noticed we don't have any Mexicans down here. Yeah, which would explain why none of the roadside construction ever gets completed. Yeah, but back there, he's telling me to wrap it up, and every day my mom wishes she said the same to my dad 40 years ago. Yeah, my parents hate me so much, the only chicks I date are prostitutes, just so I can be with someone else who doesn't have a family that loves them. So, the last thing I'll leave you with is I turned 40 recently. Hell yeah, I got like 6 birthday cards. 5 of them contain cash and money and gift cards. The other person's a piece of shit. Yeah, you ever get a card from somebody, they hand it to you, a birthday card, no money, no gift card or anything. You pretend like you're reading that shit just to make them not feel bad, and then they're like, oh, how did you like my kind words? I'm like, they won't feed my fucking stomach tonight, will they? Well, thanks. This has been fucking awesome. Thank you.